He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Kentucky's offense will get first crack at it today. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football. I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the position switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties. And you're right, speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing. So much versatility. Good luck.
The play action fake. Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a point early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
They kick it away on fourth down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Tigers' offense will go to work for the first time today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Takes the grab. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as his defense forces a fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Gonna run it. It's Bird. How about this sophomore stopping it short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's fourth down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the play. Your Eagles will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
They've got to do a better job here, just being better early in the rounds on first down for the guys.
And it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Wants to throw. It's Coates. Finds the tight end. He's finally stopped.
aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. The give to the tailback. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Send the tight end in motion. Here's the handoff. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Trying to surge it in.
Most of the time, recently, there's a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Handoff from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards.
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field not well at all. No surprise. When you start the game with 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And he walked it wrong on a little down, but now dealing with 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He's got it. They'll get down and put a stop with the return at about the 28-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Leaves it with the running back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Here's a hit. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up 3rd down.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
That that's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. There's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get it at the 15.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There we go. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Touchdown, Wildcats. He would not be denied.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you've got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he had the extra point to finish the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on him for us. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on the line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curve.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see this quarterback goes his way again.
He'll make the play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it into 32. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Coates. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the midside. John's a big partner in both these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They've got a first down here to open the period.
42 Spider.
Looking to throw on first down. The safe ball on the wide receiver screen. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Snap in the shotgun. Finds a spot in the middle. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Might be calling a hot route. Single back formation, and they give it to him. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stacked. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Coates. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Running it to the right. Determined run gets it down to the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Ballard. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Right on time to get it in. They've been able to stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Touchdown for the running back. The offensive line playing holes continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, they blocked the extra point. Now he can return this. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now they're probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Fires on the move. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Another incompletion on third down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. See if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll return it from the 50. He's brought down a really solid effort, putting up a little bit of yardage he could on the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Get set.
Looking downfield, it's Coates. They go just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains to take the 21. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I love the awareness by the DB. Great job, man. It's in your own end zone. You see the ball, you break on it. I'm not trying to catch that thing. I'm trying to swat it down. Make sure I don't give up the touchdown. Nice awareness by the DB.
Handoff to the single back. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. It's going for the goal line. He just got the big, powerful rise, churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Defense going all in to stop the run. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. To throw, it's Coates. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Just a short pass to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Wants to go up top on first down. That's going to wrap up the first half. We will now rejoin Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself was key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his spot. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The lone back's gone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Going to swing it on second down. Gets it out quickly. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on.
Fires deep for the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on and be brought down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the three. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. The lead is down to a field goal. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The run to the left. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They're trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
LSU will get a first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year, there's been a little bit of inconsistency. And I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that way. Good coverage.
Another incompletion on third down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball comes to rest right there. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Guys, that last trip was a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They'll give it to the back. Runs for the tackle. That's the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got it behind the line. It's Burns. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better, sir.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Burns. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They go to the ground. We'll give them a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally. They understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Got the tight end outside. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. And the defense stopped him again on 2nd and goal. Off play action. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on this offense. They're going to run some crossings and go quick route so they get my guy.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. They've got the screen set up. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football. So really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal. That's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Ball field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. To the ground with the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. When you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Gets it out fast. Gets away from one. He's got space. He'll step up wide at the 44 and make time pick up on that one. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. And for an entire game, they're on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling at us, but they are intimidating.
The offense setting up shot at the 46, first and 10. He unleashes a long one. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing.
A lot of times you see those receivers as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. TCU is running away with things, and I'm not sure who saw this coming today from this offense. They're up 14 over UNLV. They'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Now, Alabama will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Quarterback justified mismark, incomplete. Plenty of distance between him and the sticks here on second down.
I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Knowles. There to make the tackle, and with them, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. He's got a chance. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Kentucky. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down in the 24.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here.
Once that ball was loose, the offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Dude, let's go. This game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance. Offense, go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone. We can win this ball game still.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Using his legs and spurs. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone. There's still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He caught it. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they've moved out front here on the 4th.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. We're excited and ready to go. So this offense, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
So much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot point. Looking to pass. It's Coates. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get him across the line and pick up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision a quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to...
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Recover by the defense, and he's off.
Back-to-back drives, this offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Puts it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
After that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
All right, they're still liking the opponent because this team just had a chance to pad their lead with that field goal try. They knock it off the post. We've still got a good ball game.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
I wonder about the mindset right now of the offensive coordinator, too, because they need points, and running the football just is not going to get it done. Early in the drive, late in the drive, I think you've got to be in attack mode right now throwing.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to throw, it's Coates. It's complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You've got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time we'll decide.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo morale, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down, fourth quarter. Need to score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding the biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Behind just big tight end. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
This game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at your defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll take a knee as a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And this one to bring us to a deadlock in the final moments. Let's send out the kicker here. And this to tie things up in the final minute. Body had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that's a frustrating miss. The offense does their job, man. Gets them in position, tried to score a touchdown, tried to go get the win, but tried to tie it up in the last second, got him in range, and the kicker, he just missed it. He missed the opportunity, and this one's over.
Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
I like aggressiveness, and I like going for the win. I have no problem with that. But, man, I got to call high percentage throws. I got to make sure I don't do that. Now I turn the football over. Now I got a chance to lose. I hope my defense comes in here and bails me out.
And he had just enough to will that one home. And the kick is good. And, guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. Guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
And 10 from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Trying play action. Just too much impact. And they knock it down at the 31.
The defense just simply not through play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fix going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears in the back.
throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. They'll try to get it through the air. Touchdown, Kentucky! They strike first in overtime. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Kentucky 34, LSU 27.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. From the gun, the running back has it. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Coates. Quick strike complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Okay, 4th down. Pick it up here or this game is over.
Moves.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab. It's a first down. He's run down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from Win. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. He wants to throw it. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and goal, and they have to get it in the end zone here to have a chance. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
On the double.
4th and goal for the game.
Cobra.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He's looking to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, they break it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime. It always comes down to a few key plays in a game like this, but to lose in overtime, just an absolute